Next up, we have our livestock representative, super excited about what BovIQ can bring in terms of land management and herd health transparency. So welcome, Christian Nielsen.
Thanks, Margaret. So we're going to conclude by talking about cattle, and I hope there's some cattle producers in the room in addition to row crops, but I'm delighted to introduce to you BovIQ, which is cattle and land mobile software as a service. We make more valuable calves, more productive land, and on a personal note, we save family farms. My name is Christian Nielsen. I'm the CEO of BovIQ. I'm also a sixth-generation rancher from New Mexico, and the system and software that became BovIQ is what saved my family farm by adding $300 to the bottom line per cow-calf pair. There's two main problems that most ranches deal with. Problem number one is ranchers are price takers. And if any of you have ever been to the sale barn, you know that there's about a 20% price difference between those who have to take the commodity price of the day versus those who can command a premium. Problem number two is that hay is expensive, and we all have expensive hay habits. There's a 50% price gap between producers who feed the traditional 100 days of winter hay versus those who are able to plan and execute a year-round grazing system. So let's talk about the calf crop and how to make your calves more valuable. With BovIQ, since it's 100% mobile, you have at your fingertips a high-definition camera, a built-in GPS, a connected network. All of these things are really, really valuable tools in creating records that help you tell your production story. Depending on what that story is, BovIQ offers 15 different certificates to choose from, and each one of those certificates may offer a price per pound enhancement at the point of sale. So let me explain how this works. So one of our most popular certificates shows evidence of a double vaccinated weaned calf. So for example, when you wean a calf, BovIQ saves that event in your phone. It's time-stamped by the network, can't be tampered with, and that's documented. 45 days later, that's going to add value to your certificate. Vaccination. With your high-definition camera on your phone, you can take pictures of the vaccine and provide that as evidence of the shots given. Same thing with castration. You can document that date. Maybe the same thing if you're using a registered sire. These are just a few examples of maybe things that are in your production story that BovIQ can help convey to the next level of production. And that's what we do really well. From your smartphone, you get this handsome-looking certificate that you can email directly to your point of sale and make more money on that calf crop. No computers, no paperwork, just you and your phone. So I'll show you an example. This is a real case of a sale barn in Colorado, but maybe your sale barn looks similar to this one. We're just going to compare two groups of 10 black calves. So in this first group, the buyers don't know anything about these calves other than they're Angus influenced and what he can see. The auctioneer is doing his best he can to get you the highest price, but it's likely going to settle in at the commodity price of the day, which in this case was $1.49 a pound. We know this is because buyers are going to pay a discount to you because of the losses they expect in death and underperformance. And they just know that that's in there, and that's what the commodity price represents. Moments later, here comes a group of 10 black calves that are very similar, but they're different because these ones, the auction manager is going to stop the auction for a moment and announce these calves as BovIQ, double vaccinated, weaned 45 days, and he's got the certificate to prove it. In fact, he probably forwarded that email from you to his buyers the night before. And immediately the price jumps up to $1.72 a pound. That's $115 more revenue per calf. This is how BovIQ makes calves more valuable, in telling your production story and certifying that to the buyers. The other part of the story is, the equation is BovIQ has an integrated land management solution. We want to try to help producers optimize the time that their cows spend on pasture and minimize their greatest expense, which is feeding winter hay. In my ranch in New Mexico, we were able to go from 100 days of traditional winter hay feeding to 0. How did we do that? A grazing plan. And now, a grazing plan isn't, it's not a new idea, and it's pretty simple in theory, but very difficult to practice. All you're trying to do is match your supply and demand. Your supply is your available forage that you've got in your pastures, and your demand is your number of and weight of your cattle herds. It becomes tricky and complex when you've got, who here has herds of exactly 1,000-pound cows? Nobody. It gets really complex when you've got cows, calves, bulls, yearlings, steers, heifers, all with different varying levels of demand, and you've got different growing seasons where your supply is also changing. Well, that complex analysis might be difficult to do on a clipboard or even an Excel spreadsheet. It's very easy to do on the smartphone you already own. In fact, with our easy step-by-step solution, you can take your phone with BovIQ and go out into your pasture and determine in about 10 minutes exactly how many grazing days you have in that grazing area. That easy to access information is going to help you reduce incrementally how many days of winter hay you have to buy and feed. And in our case, at about $2 a day per cow, that ended up being $200 savings per cow. This is how BovIQ makes your pastures more productive. So the benefits, just to summarize, are healthier, heavier calves. Because they're vaccinated, they're preconditioned and ready to perform at the next level of production, buyers are going to pay a premium for your calves as opposed to their contemporaries. You're going to sell more weaned pounds per year, and you're going to command a higher price for those pounds at the point of sale. You're going to reduce your risk, especially around death, loss, and performance. Bovine respiratory disease costs our industry $1 billion annually. That's billion with a B. That can be reduced or eliminated. You're going to be able to lower or maybe even eliminate your highest input cost, which is hay. And maybe you're not doing 100 days to 0, maybe you're going 100 days to 50. It's a good start. And all of this on the easy access of the smartphone you already own. And I've seen many of them already take pictures of these slides here. This is a map showing the 625 farms and ranches where BovIQ is being used in 44 states. Maybe some of your neighbors are already using BovIQ. Our customers get BovIQ for $1 per head per month. The nice thing about that is it's easy to scale for any herd size, any acreage, anywhere in the country. So if you do the math, that's $12 per cow per year. That cow is going to raise you a calf that's $150, $250 more dollars per calf to their bottom line. And it's available on iPhone or Android devices equally. So invitation is to download the app, try the 2-week free trial. After that, it's $1 per head per month. If you'd like to connect with us over here at the Ag Launch booth, you get access to early releases. If you're an influencer, we'd invite you to join a call or provide an introduction. And if you're an investor, come and talk to me about the $2 million opportunity to grow with BovIQ. If you want to hold up your phones one more time, this is an opportunity to download the app. If you hold up your camera phone and look at these images, it'll take you to the store to select this app and get it downloaded and get started on your phone. And which is the first step to making your calves more valuable and your land more productive. Thank you.